back to Hope Update, Hope College's only broadcast news show. I'm Duncan McLean, here with Nicole Metzler, ready to fill you in on the happenings of this week.
This week we have quite the show planned. After the headlines, we have Taylor Jones talking Star Wars and Lamar Odom, your weekend weather forecast with Melissa Bazzani, a sports update with Sarah Gould, and finally, our brand new segment featuring Noah Jurik and special guest, football coach Dean Kreps.
But first, the news. Our headline story this week comes from right here on campus. This past week, Hope saw 2 assaults on its normally quiet campus, one sexual misconduct incident in the Dow Center, and a non-fatal stabbing at a Max bus stop on Columbia Avenue. Both incidents are still under investigation by authorities. Campus safety maintains that none of the assailants involved were Hope students, faculty, or staff.
Townies. Speaking of shady people, the Canadians have elected a new Liberal Prime Minister. Justin Trudeau has taken over the office of Prime Minister in light of the Liberal Party's majority takeover. This is a huge victory for Liberal Canadians who have grown weary of the Conservative majority in government over the past 9 years.
The United States and Russia have come to an agreement. Early Tuesday morning, the two governments officially agreed to communicate the positions of their own aircraft over Syria. The memorandum outlines specific communication protocol between the two military powers in order to maintain professional airmanship at all times. An important development to be sure. As many as 30 combat aircraft could be sharing the skies over the same area, said Russian Defense Ministry spokesman Major General Igor Konashenkov. This is a huge step toward a less complicated conflict in Syria. I can't imagine the chaos that would ensue if suddenly U.S. and Russian military equipment ended up somewhere where it wasn't supposed to.
Finally, this week during halftime of Monday Night Football, J.J. Abrams and the rest of the Star Wars team released a new trailer for the highly anticipated Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. If you missed the trailer on Monday, we've got a clip for you. Let's take it over to Taylor with entertainment.
The Force, it's calling to you. Just let it in.
56 days, the movie we have all been waiting for will hit theaters. That's right, Star Wars The Force Awakens. This past Monday, a new trailer that you just saw was released during the Monday Night Football game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Monday Night Football is always popular, but with the trailer's debut, viewership went way up. If you want to watch the full trailer, go to YouTube and check it out. In other news, top story on ex-professional basketball player Lamar Odom's hospitalization is looking up. After Odom was found passed out from a drug overdose in a Las Vegas brothel, it has been confirmed that he has been discharged and is now in LA. Odom has been reported stable but has a long road ahead of him. If you are interested in this story, check it out on eonline.com. Back to you, Duncan and Nicole.
Thank you, Taylor. That's good news. Hopefully Odom can finally get the help he needs to get back on the straight and narrow. Our resident meteorologist, Melissa Bazzani, has a 5-day weather forecast ready for you viewers. Let's see what kind of fall weather we've got on our hands for the weekend.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at that fall forecast for the next 5 days on campus. I hope you all took advantage of the chance to wear shorts for the last time this week. Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing the sun too much for a while. On Friday, it looks like we'll have a little warm up for the start of the weekend. We'll see a high of 61 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Saturday will stay around the same temperature with a high of 64, but a 60% chance of showers during the day. Starting next week, on Sunday, we'll see a high of 54 degrees and a mostly cloudy day. Sounds like a good weekend to hit up JP's or LaMangelo's for a nice cup of coffee or your special pumpkin spice latte. Looking into the school week now, on Monday, we'll see a high of 53 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. And Tuesday, the temp will drop back down to a high of 51 and a 60% chance of showers throughout the day. As always, this forecast is brought to you by theweatherchannel.com. Be sure to check the forecast to see the most recent and accurate forecasts. I'm Melissa Bazzani. Back to you, Nicole and Duncan.
Thank God for pants season. I do love a good pair of slacks. You know who doesn't slack? Hope Athletics, duh. Let's go to Sarah Gould for a sports update.
The Flying Dutch women's soccer team has won the last 3 games against Adrian, Trine, and Albion. This now puts the women's soccer team at 13-2 overall this season. This Saturday, October 24th, is homecoming. The women's soccer team will play at 12 p.m. It didn't look too good for Hope men's soccer and volleyball last week as they both fell to Calvin, unfortunately. The men's soccer team took a really hard loss to Calvin last week, losing 5-1. This now puts them 6-8 overall in the season and 3-6 in conference play. In volleyball, the Flying Dutch team also lost 3 straight games to Calvin last week. They fell 25-23, 25-17, and 25-19 against Calvin. They just really couldn't seem to get a spark going. Volleyball is now 18-5 overall and 9-2 in conference play, with both of their conference losses being to Calvin. We'll get them next time, guys. Back to you, Nicole and Duncan.
Thank you, Sarah. Purple is my favorite color.
Indeed, Nicole. Finally, we have our brand new segment, Between Two Plants, starring Noah Jurik and our special guest, football coach Dean Kreps. Take it away, Noah.
Hello and welcome to Between Two Plants. I'm your host, Noah Jurik. My first guest is Coach Dean Kreps of the football club.
Kreps. It's Kreps.
Kreps.
Kreps. It's phonetically correct. Kreps. K-R-E-P-S. Kreps.
Krep.
Kreps.
Krep.
Kreps.
Krep.
Kreps.
Okay. How are you doing today, Coach?
Well,
That's great. I'm glad to hear it. So have you seen that McDonald's is serving breakfast all day now?
I have seen that. It's pretty cool.
Is that affecting your petition for Googs to stay open for breakfast so you can eat their 3 meals a day instead of just the 2 that you eat now?
I have no petition with Googs, no.
But you do eat there twice a day usually,
No.
once a day.
Not even once a day.
I've been perusing the sports websites, and I've kind of seen that your quarterback, Robbie Kish, has been rated a 9 out of 10. And so that means he's the sexiest quarterback since Jake Manning.
I don't think it has anything to do with his looks. That's his playing ability. 9 or 10 out of playing ability.
So you don't think he's sexy?
I don't really look at him as sexy or not sexy. I just don't look at him that way.
Well, I think everybody should because he is a good-looking guy.
No, that's their choice. I coach him in football. It has nothing to do with his looks.
So then who is the best-looking player on the team if you don't really judge him on his looks?
They all look kind of the same to me. I'd be hard-pressed to say who's the best-looking guy on the team.
Well, I could give a few names, but
I bet you
I'm
could.
going to keep that to myself. So you are the coach of the football team.
Correct.
So do you want to maybe talk a little bit about how the team's doing this season?
Well, that would be great. That's why I thought I
Okay.
came here to talk about the football team.
Great.
So you want me to do that now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we've been in a lot of close games this year. We have some really good players. I still think we can win out. We've got to win the next 4 games. And, we've started to click. We've made some changes in the offense that I think have made us a better, more dynamic team. Really? I don't know what you're doing, but let's put the phone down and pay attention.
So that's really all the time I want to do this interview for. Thanks for stopping by, Coach.
I guess. I guess so.
Okay. Yep.
Well, it looks like that's all we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check the link in the description for the full length Between Two Plants with Noah Jurik and Dean Kreps. And make sure to follow us on social media at Hope Update.
Give us a like and a subscribe if you'd be so kind, and comment below who you want to see Between Two Plants in future episodes. For Nicole Metzler, I'm Duncan McLean. Good night.